Hello, Comrade. Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Old Potato, and in this episode, we are going to be getting ourselves some good old Soviet chemicals. That's right. It's one of the building blocks that is required for a whole bunch of sort of late-game tech. And we finally finished researching it in the university in the last episode, so I'm delighted to announce that we now have the capability to build ourselves some chemicals. Where is it? It's here. And what we're looking for is a chemical plant. Right. So, a chemical plant is actually fairly, I mean, how much money is it going to cost us to build? It's fairly cheap, but the problem is that it actually requires quite a lot of odd bits and bobs in order to work properly. So it needs crops, it needs oil, and it needs gravel. All of which is completely doable, but a little bit annoying. The reason that it is a little bit annoying is that this area that we currently have in front of us, the oil production area, is rather packed at the moment. Now, we've already got the small train platform, and I think that we probably want to utilize, or at least try and utilize, the same platform to deliver workers to the area, which means that we're sort of limited where we can place the chemicals factory. I was thinking here would probably be the best place to put it, and that would make it within walking distance, I believe, still of the train platform. Yeah, I think that maybe if we try and get a path connecting over here, that would be the best course of action. It does mean that we're going to have to ditch the train depot, but let's be real, this train depot was flawed from the very outset. I mean, it was always absolutely garbage. So let's delete this. There we go. Let's get rid of this. Beautiful. And we'll let it play for a little bit. The reason, by the way, the reason that we want chemicals is not only is it a very important building block for a whole bunch of late-game stuff, like plastics, which is also a really important building block. This is a super expensive item. Chemicals are unbelievably priced. More so per ton than plastics. So that is yet another reason as to why we want it. The annoying thing about building it over here means that it's not actually, if we do connect it up to this railway over here, it's not actually going to be connected to the railway that delivers to the customs house, so we're going to have to factor that into our calculations as well. But anyway, that's a problem for later. What we want to deal with now is at least getting the basics in place and making sure that we've got the ability to get stuff delivered. We also want to get an asphalt plant up and running. That will use bitumen, but I think that we're probably going to have to do that over here somewhere. But we'll deal with that in a little bit. So I was thinking that this could go quite comfortably right over here. It's not actually the worst thing in the world. Is there any way that we can sort of flip this around a little bit? Thing is that we've got the sort of oil input at this side of the building, and the oil input, I think, is going to be coming from this tank. So we'll split this pipe, and we'll split this pipe here, because this pipe has a lot more oil production, or oil in it, so to speak. So we'll split the pipe here, and we'll try and divert it to this area. We also want to see if we can get a road connection. You know, to be honest, something like that would probably be pretty darn good. Even though the pipe is going to take a little bit of finagling to get around. I'm thinking that that is what we want to roll with. Let me have a look. Yeah, that's pretty darn good going, actually. Right, so something like this, and then that will allow us to connect up a whole bunch of good stuff. We can obviously move these pipes. It's a little bit of an expensive endeavor, but whatever, fine, we'll deal with it. The more important aspect is that I want to make sure that we've got a factory connection to however we decide to import or export resources. And at the moment, the only way that we can import resources or export resources at the moment anyway, is by road, because our crops currently produced over in Graingrad over here. I think that probably what we'll end up doing is shipping some crops over from Graingrad to this area, to the chemical plant. I'm conscious of the fact that we might need to expand our crop production in order to meet demand, but hey-ho, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that in a little bit. The point is that it would be a good idea if we got a road cargo station. Truck aggregate loading, road vehicles depot, road cargo station, that's the one. Yeah, so a road cargo station could comfortably sit here. That might not be the craziest thing in the world. Also, it would be a good idea if we looked at getting a warehouse, maybe as an intermediary. We're also going to need an aggregate storage in order to store the gravel, because even though we don't have any gravel production at the moment, or any gravel, any gravel production actually at all. We don't have any gravel production apart from like a tiny little bit. Even though we don't have any of that, it would still be good to sort of future-proof the building so that we can accept gravel deliveries at a later date. So we're definitely going to get a warehouse, and I think that probably the optimal place to stick that warehouse is here. However, I'm conscious of the fact if I just got rid of this pipe and move this pipe around, we can move the chemical plant sort of more in line with the oil refinery, and that would give us enough space to put down a small aggregate storage for the gravel, and then also a warehouse and a road cargo station connected. Okay, let's give this a shot. So we'll demolish that. It's not cost us anything yet, so that's kind of nice. We'll delete this pipe. That's a very important pipe, actually, so we need to keep that in mind. Make sure that it absolutely gets replaced. But let's get a chemical plant and see if we can make this work. Okay. Yeah, that orientation, honestly, would be very, very helpful. It would be kind of nice to leave enough space for the pipe to go down that little corridor to the right of the building. But I think that this might just be the perfect place to do this. So, let's have a little look at where the storage and whatnot is going to go. Okay, so we're going to want a small open storage, and this will be for, in the future anyway, gravel. That can go here, I guess. Unless we want to put a warehouse right here. It's actually probably better if we put a warehouse here. Because then we can also get a road cargo station right over here, maybe, if that fits. I want to get this perfect, because this is the first sort of... This is the first building that we're really going to be building, where we want to try and make sure that from the get-go, it's completely future-proofed. Okay, yeah, absolutely, completely future-proofed here. That's what we're after. Okay, so let's move it over just a smidgen. Right, place that there. All right, this is, I feel, a little bit of a better placement. Okay, open storage. Let's get that to go right over there, and a road cargo station. Again, we want to make sure that we future-proof this. Road cargo station, will that fit in there? Oh, that's so close to fitting in so nicely. What about over here? Nah, it doesn't look like that's going to work. I don't want to faff around with the rails. That's absolutely not what I want to do. That works. Alright, let's see if we can actually make a factory connection between these two places. Too sharp a turn. Okay, that's a little bit of a disappointment, but hey-ho. Demolish this, try again. We don't need to actually commit to building anything at this stage anyway, so nothing to worry about. Okay, so this is where the gravel is going to be delivered. There we go. So, that looks good to me. That also looks good to me. Fine. It's not pretty, but it works. It absolutely works. Okay, so that is gravel sorted. It will be a long time before we get the gravel production up and running, but hey-ho. That's at least gravel production sorted. Okay, next things next. Warehouse connection. So this warehouse connection is going to be where we put all of the inputs and... Actually, probably all of the outputs as well. Alright. How's this looking? I did see something. Yeah, I did see an appropriate structure there. I think this orientation is probably slightly more preferable. That would be perfect, apart from the fact that there are some power cables over there. We also need to take account of the fact that there is the pipe input over here, so we need to be a little bit careful with what we're doing. Let's get rid of that cable right there. You know what? I think that is pretty darn perfect indeed. Okay, so this warehouse is going to hold all of the resources that we could ever really want or need. And then we just need to get the road cargo station. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then that can go here, to be honest, if that'll fit in there. Don't look like it's going to fit. Does fit over there, but that's not really what we're looking for. No, this is a slight annoyance. We could always maybe put it at the backside over here. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. I like that. I like that a lot. Right, let's connect that up and see if that works. Right, factory connection. Turn 2 sharp. That works pretty darn well. Okay, and that works as well. Okay, so at the moment you can see that we've created sort of a chemical campus. And that looks pretty darn good. Something else that we should keep in mind is that we will probably in the future want to build a plastics factory. And that consumes plastics and oil as well. Now, if we could feed the plastics directly, or if we could feed chemicals directly into plastics, then that would be phenomenal. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work, but it would be really good if we could do it. Basically see if we can get the same warehouse to supply. Oh, you know what? This could work. This could work. I'm actually like accidentally over future-proofing this, which I think is really darn good. Okay. If we can make this work, this would be so unbelievably phenomenal, because it means that we don't need to worry about plastics for, well, forever really. Okay, so that works there. We're close to hitting the right zone. I mean, you know what? It's just about feeling things out. Alright, flatten that. See if that works. And let's pop a factory connection, see if it works. Building is in the way. I did somehow suspect that that would be the case. But I think that this is important. If we get this done, then we don't need to worry about it in the future. And this is the only sort of little pernickety bit that we need to deal with. Yeah. Oh, gosh darn it. It's so close. Oh, it's so close. Okay, let's get that in there. Factory connection, come on. Oh, building is in the way. I mean, it would be perfect if that warehouse was the other way around. It would legitimately be perfect. Do we swap that? Do we swap the warehouse around? I'm not sure that we do. In fact, I think we probably have to, you know? Okay, let's swap the warehouse around. It's okay. Needs must. I won't delete that quite yet. We'll see what happens. Okay, so swap the warehouse around. That is a slightly better orientation for us. Okay, place that there. Let's get the factory connections back up and working. 2 sharp a turn. I mean, that works, so that's fine, right? 2 sharp a turn. That works. That looks good. That looks very, very good. Okay, so this warehouse can literally take... I mean, it can take all of the stuff that we are going to potentially produce here. It'll take chemicals, perfect. Crops, perfect. Plastics, perfect. And that's pretty much all we need it to take. Now, where are the inputs on this factory at the moment? I didn't really place it with oil inputs in mind. But that's fine. Actually, that works totally fine. We're going to need to make sure that we rebuild a whole bunch of these pylons and whatnot. But on the whole, creating this monstrosity will absolutely be worth it. Trust me on this one. It's going to be good. We still need to get an asphalt plant, but as I say, that will probably be over here somewhere and will be, I don't know, that'll be another project for another time. At the moment, I really just want to try and get plastics production locked and loaded, so to speak. Okay, before we commit to the building, let's make sure that whatever path we build, we'll be able to supply workers to this area. Now, that might be a little bit of a long walk. I'm going to fund the paths in the hope that it will give us a rough idea of how far these people can walk. 280 meters to there. I mean, that's quite a lot. They can definitely walk to the plastics plant. Or the chemical plant, sorry, but they can't walk to the plastics plant. That's actually not a problem. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. We need to reconnect as a matter of priority the entirety of Universigrad. Universitygrad? Universigrad or Universitygrad? Universigrad. Okay, fine. So many names that I'm starting to forget. Building is in the way. Angle of connection is too sharp. Building's in the way. Okay, that's fine. We're going to have to take this back just a smidge. There's no reason why we shouldn't just divert it around this way here and connect that up like so. Perfect. That might end up being a little bit of a problem for the pipeline, but that's okay. We should probably raise this up as high as we possibly can go. Yeah. Okay, and that'll come down here. Perfect. Too long? Oh, no. I think we can make that slightly shorter if we cut it through the cut it through this area. Also, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking along the wrong lines. Maybe what we want to do is stick an oil storage right here and then feed the plastics in the chemical factory purely off this oil. In fact, you know what? I think that might actually be a decent idea. Some other infrastructure's in the way. Is it, though? Alright, I really don't want that to be the case, because... yeah, building is in the way. It's going to be a very, very tight fit to get through here, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to be possible. Okay, that plan is now officially cancelled. What a roller coaster, eh? Okay. Is it possible that we can get a connection that runs this way instead? That actually works. Okay. So as long as we don't have... as long as we don't have any issues here. Too long. Oh, gosh darn, it's so close. It's so close. It's so unbelievably close. We might not be able to get that in perfectly. That's not a problem for now. That's a problem for later. What we need to do, actually, speaking of right now, I want to try and build it all in one go. I think I've got the money to be able to do that. So that's kind of okay. Let's get rid of this pipe. Let's put a transfer. Pipe pumping station. Yep. Can that go in there? I don't love this placement, but... yeah, there we go. For all intents and purposes, that is absolutely a-okay with me. Okay, let's just trace this back to here. There we go. Perfect. And then this can come over this way. We should have no difficulties making that happen. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Yeah, but that's fine. And then we need to get this pipe to connect up over here. There we go. Looking very, very good indeed. So that's that. We're going to plan everything out before, as I say, before we go for it, so not a problem. This will need a road connection. And it looks like this is why we plan. This is why we plan, folks. Ooh, actually, will that be able to connect? This has made me rethink the placement of that road depot. Okay, let's have another crack. Factory connections, road cargo station, small aggregate storage. Small aggregate storage. Like so. Yep. And then road cargo station. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be a goer over here, I'm afraid. You know what? Let's not worry about a road cargo station for now. We can always sort of incorporate one later. Although, yeah, we can always incorporate one later. It's not actually a huge problem at the moment. We can always just get deliveries to... We can always just get deliveries to the open storage. What about a medium open storage? The reason that I sort of suggest that is because gravel is going to need to be transported over here in fairly large quantities. So maybe that's an idea. But what I will do is I will rebuild the storage as it was, with the expectation that we can put a thing in here in the future. Maybe I even leave it like this. Yeah, maybe, you know what, maybe I just build it now. Yeah. But that is certainly an annoyance. Oh, actually, we can connect this area up via road, so we could probably run a road down here instead of a path. That might be an idea. That might be an idea. That would be, in fact, a very good idea. Okay. Yeah, don't think we should have any issues with this corner over here. No, absolutely not. Delete that path, though. Right, that was a little bit of a failed road over there, but that's fine. Okay. You know what? Look, we got a connection. That's what matters, right? There we go. I mean, I don't think that a connection over here is going to be entirely possible, but you know what? It might actually work. I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. Okay, so that connects up our road depot over there. This road depot will not be very difficult to connect at all. We'll probably want to upgrade this road from gravel to something else, but we'll do that. We'll do that a little bit later. Okay, let's return to pipelines. And pipelines, remarkably, are the easiest bit of the whole job. There we go. That will remain unconnected for now. Not super worried about that. So that's connected up there. We do need to reconnect this. I mean, can we put a pumping station in here? So darn close. So darn close. Can't even put a pumping station in over here. This is just... what a scandal. Right. That... it's showing that this is, built over the road, but I know that not to be the case. Okay, well, I want to do something. I want to do something about this because I really want to reconnect the oil line back into there, but I just don't know if there's actually going to be a way to do it. Yeah, it really just looks like it's a smidgen too long. Oh, look at that. Look at how close it is. That is a real shame right there. Can we delete this pumping station and sort of give it another try? See if we can place it somewhere a little bit more forgiving. Let's delete this planned road as well. As I say, this road is not going to be a particularly difficult one to connect up. Why did I delete that power cabling there? Right. That pipe station. Building is in the way. Wait until that's out of the way. I know we need to reconnect power and whatnot. Oh, why did the pipeline disappear? Oh no. Oh, thank goodness, it's not too long. Okay, great, we're sorted. Although, oh no. I've just gone and built a super low pipeline, but we're going to need to raise the height of that pipeline, because otherwise it's not going to allow a road to be built underneath. Do we need to build a road underneath? Not if we move this cable. We can connect the road up over here. Or can we? Yes, we can. There we go. Okay, this is the most complex construction operation that we've ever undertaken. However, it's pretty much done. This is it, actually. We can connect that up as well. Why not? Just in case it goes on fire. That's already built on there. Great. I think that is all of the connections that we could possibly need. Let's fund all the road construction. Don't need any of that. Let's fund all of the factory connections. We do need to actually reconnect some footpaths. There we go. Not a problem there. Not a problem there either. Fund the footpaths. Okay, great. And then let's individually fund all of these buildings. Alright. This is good. This is good. I can't believe it, but we've taken our time. Purposefully this time. And that is that. Now, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I forgot to reconnect the electricity pylons. But that's actually really easy to do. Okay, great. Well, happy days. And then we finally need to fund the pipelines, which are ridiculously expensive, but whatever. It's quite a lot of pipelines that we've got here, but at least we only need to build them once. We don't need to build them multiple times. And I know I still haven't connected up the plastics pipeline over here. Do we want to do that? I mean, maybe we just do that, like, so that we don't need to worry about it in the future. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. It's only going to cost us a little bit of money. It's just a short little pipeline. But that's it. That's it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is our plastics and chemical production, actually, which is pretty darn good if I do say so myself. I'm pretty happy with the way that we were able to squeeze all of this production into what is quite a small space. Now what we need to try and do is we need to make sure that all of this stuff is, or all of the resources that we need to get delivered over here are delivered. So we need gravel, wood, crops, and oil. Well, oil is a doozy. Oil is not a problem. Oh, actually, I haven't funded that quite yet. That's a little bit of an annoyance, but that's fine. Okay, so oil is sorted, basically. Power is also sorted. Yep, power is also sorted. Perfect. Crop deliveries are not going to be super difficult to do. But that's fine. Crops, and then gravel and wood both can be stored over here. Yeah, gravel. Oh no. You don't store gravel in an open storage. Well, we store wood in an open storage, which is something. Where do we store gravel? Oh no. Oh no. Train aggregate unloading, truck aggregate unloading, stores for aggregate. Oh yeah, small aggregate storage. Oh, that's a bummer. That is such a big bummer. Okay, that's annoying, but not the end of the world. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know if this is really going to be possible to place over here. And even if it was, I'm not sure if we really want to. Gravel looks like we're going to have to just ship gravel in via truck. There doesn't look to be any other way. I mean, large aggregate storage would be good to get, but I don't think that we're going to be able to do that. What we might end up doing is finding, you know, is putting like a large aggregate storage over here. Or that's a small aggregate storage, but you get the point. Putting a large aggregate storage out here, and then getting gravel, and then just, you know, you use the, what is it, the coal engine transfer thing? The engine transfer to get it over to this area. Okay, that's okay. That's not a problem. 0.5 tons of gravel. I mean, I'm happy to buy that for now, since that's the only thing that we don't account for, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. It's not a problem. Okay, so we do actually have wood production over here. We need to just set up some sort of delivery system. Yeah, we need to set up some delivery systems. Can I buy some trucks? And let's get on that. Dumper trucks carry wood, don't they? No, they do not. Felled tree capacity? Ah, felled tree capacity is what we're after. Right, 4 trucks. We don't actually consume that much wood, so it's not a problem. Right. Load 100% of anything. Yeah, load 100% of wood, please. Why would I do that? And then deliver to the Oilgrad Road cargo station, and then unload 100% of anything. Okay, great. And then we'll come back over to the vehicle depot. And we'll copy the schedules on all of those guys. And then we will tell them all to go. Right. Great. Let's do it. Okay, so that is the 0.5 tons of wood that we need to deal with. So that's great. Not actually that much wood, as I've already said. 0.5 tons of crops. That is going to be slightly more challenging to do because, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, we don't have a ridiculously large amount of crops. We do at the moment. Whoa, look at that overtaking. How aggressive. Okay, let's just, I guess, buy a whole bunch of trucks that can transport crops. This is a covered hull, I believe. Yep. And then we'll get the 70 kilometer per hour trucks. I think 70 kilometer per hour trucks. Well, you don't carry very much at all. 80 kilometers per hour, 90 kilometers per hour. To be honest, that's pretty darn good. 80 kilometers per hour and 7.2 tons. We'll get 3 of those bad boys. Sure. Okay. Let's get you to transport. This is going to be a very long route, actually. Maybe the longest route that we've got. Load 100% of anything. Yep. Load 100% of crops. I just like to specify. Why not? And then we want to unload over here, right? Unload 100% of anything. Great. Head on over to the depot. I could just click that button. But hey ho. And then we want to copy the schedules onto your friendly trucks, your friendly neighbor trucks, and go, go, and go. You know what? That whole operation didn't actually cost us that much money. I was expecting to pay a little bit more than what I ended up paying. How are our trains doing? Well, I can see. Yep, the trains are doing really, really well. Unbelievably well. And I don't understand. Oh, I understand. Oh. Hey. Why is there a connection? Why is there a connection here anyway? Oh, it needs to be from that line to that line. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't want to faff around with trains. I'm fed up with faffing around with trains, to be honest. I'm fed up of it. Totally fed up with it. Will that make any difference to anything? No, it absolutely will not. There's always just like one specific scenario where it just won't work. I can't place a signal there. Can't place a signal there. I mean, to be honest, ditch this track. I'm not entirely sure what that track ends up feeding. It might end up with some confusion, but that's a chance that I think we need to be willing to take. Alright, remove that signal. And then put that signal back in place. Alright. Alright, well that at least solves the problem. I don't really think that that transition over there should really be necessary. I don't think so anyway. Alright, well, I fixed trains. I didn't spend like 15 years on it like I usually do. Look at the backlogs here. Look at the backlogs. We've probably got no people. Yeah, we got absolutely no people in here. Resources missing. Missing power. Yep, presumably because our power plant doesn't have any workers. What a guess. What a guess. I do love it when the entire train system just grinds to a halt. Alright, well at least we've got things going again. It'll take a little while to flatten out, but hey-ho. You're going from Potatograd train platform to Universigrad train platform. Are you still going to be lost? You are still going to be lost. I mean, can we do... Can we do it like over here maybe? Signals are in the way. I'm just trying to think of... we need to find a way to get from this track to this track in a way that doesn't end up causing complete chaos. You know what? Maybe this will actually... Maybe this will be the key. I'm conscious of the fact that I don't really want to faff around with trains too much in this episode because, well, I just don't want to. This is still going to be track up to there. Alright, is that going to unlose you? Okay, that absolutely needs to be in that direction. Are you going to be unconfused? No. You are forever going to be confused. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Maybe we just don't run this train. But it's an important train. It's really important. And there's not much that we can really do over here. Oh, man. I just wish they did the train calculations slightly differently. I mean, unless we delete this road and then have another crack at it. I mean, is this road really essential? Is it really that essential? It's not really. We've already got the connection. You know what? Yeah, let's just ditch this road. We've already got a connection that goes around here. It's not actually essential in the slightest. No. Ditch the road. Cancel road. Where's the vehicle? Where's the vehicle? Is that an ambulance? No, just go back to your depot, please. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, sell this ambulance. Oh no, now we got a bus coming over here. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, why is this not working? Okay, I cannot do anything apparently. And you can't get through. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, well at least we're getting rid of the backlog over here. That's some small consolation. This train cannot get through until we move this up. Let's see if I can move this signal up actually. No, can't move the signal up. Already tried it. Delete that signal there. Where are you going? You're going to industry grad. Alright, fine. Look, as long as we can clear this out the way, then we're going to be able to ditch this road. And if we're able to ditch this road, then that pretty much solves our problems. Come on. Come on, video game. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Road officially ditched. That's great. That's what we need. And then with that, that should allow us to build a crossing. Crossing not allowed. Let me try again. Angle of connection too sharp. Really? Angle of connection too sharp. Is that really the best that we can do? I guess that's I'm pretty sure that's going to end up creating more problems than we're gonna know what to do with, but whatever. At least that ends up solving the problem. Or does it? See, that just ends up moving the problem. Because we still have the crossing point over here, and that's still, it's still a major, major pain in my backside. Right, go to Potato Grad. Move to this stop, change, turn around. Oh, hold up, there's actually no connection over here. Oh, we should fix this road. There we go. Build that road. Okay, sorted. Sorry. Made you confused. This connection, this track connection is just the biggest pain in the world. But the problem is that if I don't fix this now, then we're not going to be able to get any chemical production, which is actually what I want. Okay, let's do that there. Sure, where are you going? You're going to Potato Grad, train platform 2 to Industry Grad. Alright, good. Again, don't love this situation, but it is what it is. Alright, delete that, and let's sort of have a think about how we can do this. We need to find a way of getting this train onto this track without causing a massive build-up right over here. What about bringing it sort of parallel here? Will that solve the problem? Cancel that plan a second. Crossing is not allowed. Still not allowed. I feel like maybe... Okay, maybe we should try redesigning that little bit of track there. Okay. Bring it out to the side, and then... see if you can switch back in here at some point. Right, see if that makes any difference. It's just a one-way. Can't place a signal there, of course not. Can't place signals anywhere. Yeah, don't think that that's going to really work, but it's at least gonna make a difference somehow, right? Whether positive or negative. Can't build any signals on this bit, but hey-ho. Alright, well at least that rectifies the situation for now. You need to go... Oh my good golly gosh. This can actually be fixed fairly easily by just putting a couple more signals in this part of track. Alright, we got a couple of missing trains now. So you're going from Comrade to Industry Grad. And you're not able to do it. You should be able to do it. You should definitely be able to do that. Yep, you should definitely be able to do that. We should have no issues. We should have no issues with any train. This is... Has anyone ever seen a crossing of this magnitude? I think it is magnificent, to be honest. Yep. You'll just fly through here. That's great. And then you'll connect up. Alright, wonderful. Problem mostly fixed. Problem mostly fixed? Mostly fixed. We still don't have any power production. We still don't have any workers. Nothing like that. But you know what? We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Meanwhile, it turns out that wood is actually being delivered. Crops are actually being delivered. And we just need gravel. Well, gravel we're going to buy in. Let's purchase resources for rubles. Right, I mean, can I do any less than that? 1 ton of gravel? Sure. We'll auto buy some gravel in. That's perfect. Building is missing workers. Building is without a power supply. And we are missing power. Yeah, well, we're working on that. We don't need to supply dedicated power, do we? Don't believe so. No, it's just standard power connection, but the reason that we can't, of course, deliver power at the moment is the fact that we don't have any workers where they need to be, which is a little bit of a pain. We'll need to keep a little bit of an eye on what's going on over here. We'll pay close attention just to make sure that there's not any issues developing, but for now it looks pretty okay. It is a mess, though. Look at this area. I think that, you know, a lot of people have been saying we should probably just try and disconnect, or maybe just, like, redo the train system and use some of this vacant space that we've got out here. I think that that's a great idea, by the way. I think that's a great idea. And certainly, as this main line becomes more congested with cargo trains, at the moment, we're kind of lucky. There's only one single cargo train that runs... you know, on this stretch of track, which is exclusively otherwise used by passenger trains. But as it gets more and more congested, I think that we'll probably want to create a dedicated sort of goods line, sort of like what we have over here. All right, unloading workers, that's great. Have we got workers over here now? Not quite yet, but we're working on it. All right, looks like we sort of fixed the issue, but maybe not. Again, I feel like this entire system could be fixed relatively easily if we implemented like a circular network where we use both ends of the train station. Kind of like over here, except this train station has got inputs from this side, and then outputs to this side, and then inputs to that side, and then outputs to that side. The whole thing is just a complete mess. And at the moment, the signals don't really help much at all, actually. Alright, but things are going good. How are we doing for food and alcohol? We're doing great for food and alcohol, actually, so That's great. Turns out we cannot deliver any more crops to the warehouse, so that's pretty darn good going. Pretty happy with that. Got lots and lots of food. It's just presumably just delivering the food. Yep. That's great. That is really, really great. Building is without power supply. Yeah, can we get a bus to deliver workers to this area, please? So that we can actually get some people to work at the power plant. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Hallelujah. Our city has power again. Our city has power. That's great. We're missing coal. Well, that's not so good. We need some more coal trains. You're not the train that goes to Comrade. Where's the train that goes to Comrade? It should be coming up for delivery soon. It should be around. Well, it's still waiting. That's fine. Well, we've got loads and loads of coal. We do actually want to get another coal train, but I think that it's rather premature to think about doing that. Okay, workers. We need to get workers over here. Hold up. Pause. We've got 99 workers over here. I need to add a building where citizens should go. It's really annoying that we can't get that to there, but whatever. Add that to there. So how many workers are needed at the chemical plant? We need... yeah, probably like 25% of workers. Sure, 25% of workers are needed at the chemical plant. The rest can go to the oil plant and the fire station. Good, 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 good. All right, let's start working back through that massive backlog of oil. And most importantly, let's get ourselves some chemicals. Right, we've already had some crop deliveries. That's great. That's really, really good. Do we want to limit the amount of crops that we have? Maybe. Are we producing? We are producing. Look at this. Look at this. This is fantastic. Okay, now we need to think about how we want to get the chemicals to the border. And the real way to do that is probably with trains. Now, I had a thought. A while ago that I would maybe bring the original, the OG industry grad cargo station, cargo train station anyway, back online. Because that is, I mean, let's be real, right? Trains are the only real way to deliver goods to the border. However, I remember how unbelievably challenging it was to get this station to work. And that was before we had the steel mill in place. That's before we had all of this sort of like offshoot track around here. So the answer, do we really want to get it all, do we really want to redo it up and connect it back up online and make it all work properly? I mean, I feel like I've learned how signals work a heck of a lot better now. So I feel that maybe we're in a position to do that. Let's do it then. Okay. Famous last words, eh? And then we need that there, and then we need that there. Yeah, this is gonna get very, very dicey. But it will work. It will work. You've got no coal. Yeah, we need coal to be delivered, presumably. Yeah, we need lots of coal to be delivered. Missing resource is indeed coal. The great thing is that this area is pretty much just like ready to go. So that's really, really nice. However, we also need to make sure that we have a bunch of infrastructure constructed around here. So, factory connections, chemicals, store chemicals. I think that we probably want to store chemicals just in a warehouse nearby. Yep. Let's set that up. Disconnect that. Perfect. And warehouse. Really? I mean, this... we should probably redo these train tracks whilst we're here. Right. Remove the signals. Remove the signals. It doesn't need to be 2 tracks anyway. There we go. Delete all this. Delete it all. Okay, we can definitely combine this into 1 track. That's not going to be a problem whatsoever to do. Okay, you know what? There's a train connection to this warehouse. Maybe that's what we do. Okay, get that in there. Factory connection it up. Road cargo station. Like so. I've learned so much. I've learned so much since when I originally placed this station. One of the things that I also learned, which I've just, ignored blatantly, was don't connect stuff up until you've got a good plan. Can't connect that over there. That's fine. Honestly. That is an abysmal bit of train track, but whatever. That's, you know what, it's actually fine. It's actually fine. It keeps it out of the way. That's cost a lot more than it had to, but whatever the case, it's fine. Let's get this to merge onto there. Yep, a couple of signals. Just to help out. There we go, looking grand. Can we put a signal here? Can't place a signal there, because that would be far too logical. Okay. So that is something at least. Well, we need to reconnect this as well. This is going to be fun. Right, reconnect that in there. Right, let's see if this actually works. I would be shocked. I would be genuinely shocked if it does. That is a double signal at the moment. That's a double thing at the moment. That kind of needs to change, to be honest. Because that can only be one way. Yeah, okay. Redo this bit of track. That steel train is going to need to have a connection into here. Again, it's going to get messy. Signals are in the way. Fine. There we go. And that goes in there like so. I think that might work. Yeah, I think that might work. We'll have to wait and see if it does, but I don't think that there should be any problems over here. Yeah, super don't love the fact that this track still hasn't been dueled. That probably is something that we're going to want to do, because if we duel it, then there's going to be less issues with everything, I hope. Uh-oh. We've come to another stalemate. Another stalemate. Oh my god. I just don't understand it, honestly. It's all to do with this bit of track right here. That's the real problem. Alright, I've got an actual plan to solve this time. Roll with me on this one, folks. So, signal goes there. And then we see if we can connect this up. Signals getting in the way really is a very annoying fact, isn't it? Alright, so now let's see if that works. Where are you going? Might just work. Doesn't look like it will, unfortunately. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah, come on. Somehow, by some miracle, that ends up working. I mean, adding more signals to this does not make it better. It makes it worse. I'm acutely aware of that, but you know, the short-term solution is just to continue adding more signals. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. Well, it looks like it's sort of semi-solved itself. I'm definitely going to work on this off camera. But the important thing is that we've got workers coming into our chemical plant. 0.44 tons and 2 tons over there. That's 4,000 rubles already, which is pretty darn good if I do say so myself. The important thing is that we have now, officially... Well, hey... Can I get this upgraded, please? Yes. Oh no, not there. Don't need there. Just need... Yeah, actually that's fine. Oh, we'll get that as well. Okay, perfect. Am I building this? Missing resources. Yeah. There we go. Fund it all ourselves. Don't get lost. It's okay. It's fine. Okay, finally, let's get the chemical connection. The chemical connection. I like that. Super fast delivery. Well, not super fast, but I think that we want to go for the IFA. Actually, no. No reason not to go for this bad boy again, is there? All right. Let's have a little look. We want to go over here. That's right. Yeah, this gravel road does need to be upgraded, but hey-ho. I want you to load only chemicals. Only chemicals. This is how we're gonna take stuff to the border. Okay, chemicals. To here. Unload 100% of anything. Grand. Let's copy the orders. There we go, and tell them all to dispatch. This is another thing that I've been thinking about recently, is that the fact that our train network is in such a mess is actually having a knock-on effect to the road network, because whenever there's a train stoppage, there's always a massive traffic jam somewhere, on the roads, that is. We've kind of avoided that for most of this episode, I suspect, but it's annoying nonetheless. Okay, where's the big old cargo train? Yeah, that definitely needs to get changed. I want to have an exclusive passenger network, and the passenger network needs to be improved, to be honest. Definitely needs to be changed. It's woefully inadequate at the moment. But you know what? At least it's fine. It's fine for now, at least, right? Alright, it's working again, which is great. Okay, have we had our first delivery of chemicals yet? Probably not. Trucks are probably still driving to where they need to go. That's a crop. That is a crop thing. Do we need workers? It's workers and power. Yeah, both of those things require workers. The entire city is in darkness at the moment because we just do not have any workers. But that's okay. That will be rectified very shortly. Very shortly? Very soon. Or shortly. Either word would have been acceptable. But not both. Not both. Alright. Coal train is about to arrive. That's good. 540 tons of coal. That's very, very important. And we should have some workers arriving to process the coal as well. And more importantly, we will have workers delivered to the power plant to turn the lights back on. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't stop. Wait until unloaded. Yes. Turn around. Absolutely. You're not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere. You're not going there until you unload your load. I'm sorry, buddy. That's absolutely not happening. No. Get yourself back in there and you bloomin' well wait until you're unloaded. Wait. 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 You wait. No, you wait. You wait. Why is this so difficult? Why is this so unbelievably difficult? When are the workers arriving? Okay, the workers are arriving very, very shortly. Go there. Wait until unloaded. On this station, unload 100%. Have we got power? We don't have power yet. We've got power over here. We got power. Great. Unload. Unload. Why won't you unload? Come on, dude. You're just not going to unload and you're going to end up causing me problems. Okay. You know what? Let's wait until it's back on the single bit of track and then we'll turn it around. Gosh darn it, that's annoying. Alright, at least we sort of solved our problems. No issues at the moment, I don't think. Nope, everything looks remarkably smooth. Yep, that's looking good. I mean, it's not looking good, it's looking utterly horrific, but that's fine. Have we had our first delivery of chemicals over here? No, we haven't. We haven't had any delivery of chemicals yet. How's our train network holding up over here? Doesn't actually look too bad. Yeah, everything looks remarkably fine. You know what? We need to put a signal in there. Yeah. There's only one train that's going to be able to access this area anyway, so we might as well just have a single signal. That's fine. Oh no. Oh no. How is this? How is this happening? This train carried 540 tons of resources across the map and didn't once think, maybe I should wait until this area has power. Oh my god. Oh, you stupid train. I can't even turn you around now because it's going to end up causing more problems than it's worth. I don't even want to deal with that. I don't even want to deal with that. What I do want to deal with, though, is getting a brand new train. Let's go check out the depot up here. Buy a new vehicle. Yep, absolutely. Diesel locomotive. Is it still 120 tons? To be honest, pretty much the same top speed and half the price. I'm going to buy this little train right here. We'll do that, and then we'll also buy... not a motor wagon, a cargo wagon. How do we transport chemicals? Boxcar? Just a regular old boxcar. We don't really need... How many tons can this thing carry? These things can only travel at 30 kilometers per hour? Is that a hard limit? Also, what's going on here? Ooh, very nice. Is that a passenger wagon? A motor wagon even? Maybe I need to close and have another look. Where is it? That looked very, very swanky. What the heck's it called? CHS4. I can't see it yet, but it does look... Oh, yeah, there it is. That's very, very cool. What the heck is it? Oh my lordy, that is a banging train. I mean, I don't need it. Don't need it at all, but hey ho. Okay, so this is going to allow us to take 40 tons of chemicals. I suspect that that will legitimately be more than enough. Right, let's get the chemical train on the go, so that at least I can say I accomplished something in this episode. There we go. Okay. Good. Fine. Fine. I don't even want to talk about that coal train right there. That's just so unbelievably annoying. It looks like we're producing enough power to make a little bit of coinage on the side, as well as powering our basic power plant, but obviously it slows our steel production down if we don't have any coal, which is really annoying, but hey ho. Looks like the train system is working fine for now, at least. Not too much to complain about there. The system over here looks pretty darn good. Nothing to complain about there. Do we have any chemicals? We've got 2 tons of chemicals. Hey. Let's load up. Okay, we got 2 tons of chemicals. You know what? Usually I would sniff at that. However, that's 4,000 rubles right there. That is 4,000 rubles of chemicals. That is pretty darn good. Alright, you know what? Let's do this in double time speed. I suspect that this current tonnage allowance will be more than enough. 40 tons of chemicals. I mean, what is 40 tons? 40 times 2,000. It's a heck of a lot. Oh, this is gonna be an issue. The oil train. Alright, apparently it's not gonna be an issue. Great. Well, as long as it's not an issue, I don't care. That's completely fine. This train is slightly slower than the regular... Doesn't look like the boxcars, by the way, are limited to 30 kilometers per hour. But the train is slightly slower. It's not the end of the world. It's not actually a big deal. We don't really care about how fast we deliver the chemicals. The value is still going to be the same. And that's important. That is obviously important. Man, it's great how we're making money. I am shocked how, even though we had basically a complete seizure of the train network, it's fine. It's totally fine, apparently. Everything is completely fine. Yeah, this is our first time that we've bought this train, actually. And I must say, it looks... I mean, it looks terrible. It looks absolutely awful. Alright, let's have a little look. Let's watch the chemicals being unloaded. Let's watch the money come in. 1,982 rubles per ton. Yes, please. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. That is very, very good. I'm so unbelievably happy with that. Clothes are also super expensive. But that is actually because they require chemicals. Chemicals are a component of clothes, and something that we're probably going to want to try and manufacture in future episodes. But for now, ladies and gents, we're going to finish this episode up here. I did not actually expect that I would be able to successfully complete the mission. The mission of making, making chemicals. There were times. There were times where I didn't believe. But you know what? It worked out alright in the end, didn't it? We got a heck of a lot of wood. We got a heck of a lot of everything. We are importing gravel. It is going to be a little bit expensive. But you know what? It's going to be fine. I'm not super worried about it. The only thing that could possibly cause us any concern is the fact that our train network is occasionally paralyzed, but you know what? That's fine. We'll work on that in the future. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. This has been Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I'll see you next time. Bye.